Welcome back, and Coach Beck, Bishop Dunn.
Man, I'm
the Falcons.
I've tried my best to forget about Bishop Dunn after last year's game. That was in my timeline here. We've delivered a lot of those games. It's humbling to take one back.
Thing called karma that bites you every once in a while.
The football gods balance out the universe periodically. And last year, Dunn was an unbelievable team. They always are. They've got athletes. You'll see 6 or 7 Division I, Power 5 Division I guys on their field all the time. Last year, what I was impressed with Dunn was their coaching staff. Dunn was as well prepared and the best Dunn coach team we'd ever experienced last year.
Okay.
And this year they're still you watch them and you're just like, oh my goodness, they've got talent everywhere you look. They started off 2-2, so they're in a little bit of a different spot this year as well.
Well, sometimes you can have all the talent, but when you go up against a disciplined team, guys that know their responsibilities and perform their duties, sometimes it takes those athletes and throws them off their game. They can't play backyard football anymore.
It's a little bit different, but in retrospect of last week's game for us, we can't take any game on our schedule for granted because we are the smallest 6A school in TAPS enrollment-wise. And so when some of these other schools come in, we're always at a slight disadvantage. And even this year versus Dunn on paper, I don't know how the powers that be would call that out, but I think it's going to be another really good football game. I think from a fan perspective, a lot of our games this year are going to be like last week, and our margin of victory over our first 3 games is pretty small. But we're hitting that month-end time where now homework, and especially in a school like this, homework supersedes everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guys' studies, and I can always get that gut feel of watching their body language when they come walking out. And it's not that they're not excited to come to football, it's their brain is, oh my gosh, I've got to get through football practice, I've got to get home, I got 2 hours of homework. Now I'm starting, now the flu bug is starting to show up a little bit. So staying healthy, is a huge part of it, and getting young guys to understand, hey, how you fuel and rest your body. I promise you this: Bishop Dunn is a 4-quarter football game, just like last week with Parrish, and that opening week with Regents is going to be a 4-quarter game, and who can win all 3 phases of the game, kind of like last week. That'll dictate the outcome. And coaching cliche speak.
Who would think you had cliches for coaching?
Joke, right?
All right, well, that's it for the Aaron Beck Show this week. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned. Saints football's coming up next.